How's it hanging, everybody? My name is Randy.
My name is Melanie.
And welcome back to the channel. Today we will be reviewing What Lies Below, a new Netflix film that came out last week that's in the top 3 in popularity right now. So what is this movie about?
So in short, this movie is about a mother and a daughter who went to a cabin by the lake, and the daughter was introduced to the mother's new boyfriend, and he's like amazingly hot, but he's kind of weird. And then as the movie goes on, the daughter starts noticing like very weird fishy things with this guy, like he's very odd.
Alright, so that's what the film is about, but we don't really care about that because we want to talk about the ending. The ending was super confusing and crazy. I'm pretty sure a lot of you who watched it would agree with that. There's also a lot of questions after watching this film, so let's just get into the fun stuff. Question number 1 is, what is this guy? Is he a sea creature? Is he an alien? Is he from Earth? Is he from another planet?
I believe that he's just a sea creature. I don't know why anybody thinks he's an alien.
Well, I feel like he was an alien when he went into the water with the glowing light. I thought that was like a UFO or something.
Yeah, I understand why a lot of people thought that. I thought that too. But only the initial scene where there's the orange light, I thought there was like a spaceship and that's the light that's coming from it. But after seeing him go into the water, I was like, okay, he's not an alien. And based off the title, it says What Lies Below.
What lies beneath. Yeah, I think the climate change story that he tells, and along with the movie title and a bunch of other stuff, really plays to the fact that he's not an alien, he's actually from Earth. That's why he cares about climate change and he wants to adapt to the environment that climate change is causing on Earth. If he was an alien, then he would just get up and get out of here, right? Why would he need to help try to adapt his species?
Yeah, I just believe he's a sea creature.
Yes, so question answered. He is a sea creature from Earth. He's some sort of sea creature that can transform into a human. So that's his species. We'll get into what we think that species is in a little bit.
So keep on watching.
Second question is, what did the daughter see in the water?
With the headlight, right?
Yeah, when she drove the car into the water. She sees something underneath the water.
It's kind of like this shape. I don't know how to describe it.
It looked like a square or like a triangle or something.
It was kind of brown, right?
Yeah. It stood out though.
For me, my interpretation of that was just that was the underworld. Or that's kind of like the doorway to their...
opening to their world. To the underworld.
Yeah.
At first I thought it was like a spaceship.
So you thought he was an alien too?
Yeah. But now thinking about it, I think it's like a transport pod or something. Cause he likes to do experiments, right? So he would have something in the water, maybe some sort of structure where he's keeping like the girls. Maybe like he's keeping the girls in the pods in that box thing. I think his home is that lake. I think that's where he lives.
Oh, so you think the whole lake is his home?
Yeah, he lives there.
That makes sense.
All right, so what's the thing in the water? You say it's a portal?
Yeah. I literally just think it's that.
I don't think it's a portal. I think it's his pod that he keeps the other girls in.
Oh, the thing at the end, right? Of the movie?
Yeah, I think that is what she saw. So she basically saw her tomb. She saw what she was going to end up in. That's why they didn't want to show us.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. All right, so question number 3 is, why were there so many of him at the end?
My theory is that that's the only human form that they have. That's the only person they can transform into.
So are they all like copies of him, or are they their own people?
No, they're their own people.
But they just look alike.
But they can only transform into one person.
I don't think they're clones, because it doesn't make sense for them to be clones. I think they're all just their own sea creatures. They're all part of the same race or species, but they can only turn into one, like you said.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of pointless for them to be clones.
Yeah, and he's trying to improve their species, so why would they be clones? You know.
And are they all on the same mission?
Technically. Well, he did say that he was on a research team or like that.
Oh yeah.
You know. They sent out a small group of, those type of sea creatures to experiment, maybe reproduce, and try to rebuild their race or something, That makes sense because when she went into the town, she saw him again. So that means they live in that area, or they're sent to that specific area, and they're gonna roam around there for a little bit. Like, who knows? Maybe there's other species like them, but they don't look like that because they're not part of that specific team. Like, they were only sent there as that specific team because they're trying to like lure girls into their trap or whatever. So that question's been answered. Final question is probably the biggest question that's on everybody's mind is what the heck happened at the end where she was in the pod and she sort of looks like she's about to die or about to drown, and then she just kind of takes a breath and smiles. I'm still confused as to why she smiled.
Yeah.
Like I can't really wrap my head around like why she smiled. At the end of the film, she gets captured. The sea creature, John, he spits up a blue orb like ball, right? And spits it in her mouth. She wakes up in a pod that's filling up with water. She's struggling, she's,
screaming for help.
Screaming, the camera's panning out and you see like pods and pods of red-headed women underwater, and they're like wrapped up in some sort of like cloth or something. They kind of look like mermaids.
It looked like spider webs.
No, it looked like the mermaid
tails.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me.
So does it look like they're transforming?
Could be.
I don't know. It's really hard for me to wrap my head around too.
So at the very end, I feel like she was drowning, right? She's like about to die, but she realizes she can breathe underwater because he gave her that power with the blue orb.
So then what's gonna happen to her?
Well, she's not wrapped up in the weird cloth thing like those other girls were. And those other girls were sleeping or like either dead or sleeping or something. I don't know.
Well, do you think she's gonna look like them?
I think so. Because they all look very similar. Maybe like they're asleep and they're like in hibernation and he's gonna like activate them when the time is right. But it's a lot of speculation. But my theory is when he gave her that blue ball, he's giving her like his power to breathe underwater.
I mean, I believe it's some sort of power too, but I don't know what kind of power it is.
I mean,
it's very anonymous. Like that part is very unexplainable.
Well, in Asian folklore,
this is where it gets interesting.
So there's like dragons that live in the sea, and these specific dragons can turn into humans. And they also have a special ball that they can use that gives them power. Mm-hmm. So I feel like they're pulling from the Asian folklore.
So let's kind of talk about these dragons. They're not the type of dragons that you see in How to Train a Dragon. They don't.
Yeah, they're not like the flying mythical dragons. These are like sea dwellers. They live underneath the oceans.
They're a lot like the Chinese dragon.
Yeah, they're like
the snake-looking ones.
Yeah, water-based.
Yeah,
sea-based. It still baffles me why she was smiling. Like, is it because there's like some sort of like euphoric feeling that you get? Did you like the film?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think it's definitely worth a watch.
It makes sense why it's in the top 10.
It's interesting. And it's different from stuff that you've seen before, I don't think the sea creature genre has been explored enough. The only sea creatures we see is like the creature from the Black Lagoon and the merman from Cabin in the Woods, and that's it. Like, nobody's really done a mainstream sea creature like monster film. So, I would give this a 7 out of 10. I actually read a lot of reviews and people kept saying like, oh, I totally hate this movie, or this movie totally sucks and their acting sucks and stuff. It's like, no, it doesn't suck. It's just because you don't understand it doesn't mean it sucks, Like, the acting I thought was really good. Definitely the guy's acting.
Yeah, I love
He really knows how to be like a creeper and like mysterious.
Yes, I was just gonna say that.
And creepy, mysterious. And then the little girl was fine too. I thought her acting was pretty good. The mom was okay.
Well, I think the mom really matched her role, which really adds to the movie.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I didn't like about the mom was like I felt like she was gonna be a bigger character, but then once they got to the cabin, she kind of just got sick.
She was in the room the whole time.
Yeah, she just got sick and she just kind of faded away, and it's just like the daughter and the guy.
Yeah.
What did you think of the film? What would you rate it?
I will also give it a 7.
7.
Yeah, I think it was good. It was interesting. I do want to know more about the boyfriend's identity, so that kept me watching it. But I just didn't like how the ending, like, everything was way too chaotic towards the end.
Yeah, they kind of rushed that ending part.
Yeah. But overall, it was a really good movie, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely worth watch.
I definitely got some creepy vibes watching it.
It's not that scary though.
Yeah, it's not scary.
It's not scary.
But it makes you feel uncomfortable. Like when his eye like kind of glitched, or like when he got angry. Things like that are kind of creepy.
Yeah. Alright, so let us know what you guys thought of the film in the comment section down below. Did we answer all of your questions? What other questions did you guys have? And yeah, if you like this video, hit like, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys next time.